everyone. Welcome to the Inner Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Carolina Salazar, and I'm so excited to be recording today. I'm so excited to be chatting with you guys. It's just us today, and I'm recording in the studio again, and I'm having so much fun. I'm feeling so vibrant making these trips to the city, like from Brooklyn, and coming and having my recording days. So I'm having so much fun, and I'm recording on my birthday week. So today is Monday. This episode will be out on Thursday, and my birthday's on Friday. So it's a good week. I'm also kind of shook because I have been doing some digging, like tuning into some of the astrological transits of the moment, and I realized that I'm pretty sure between this week and next week we're going to have 2 eclipses, and then Mercury retrograde starts on my birthday. So we'll see what that looks like this year. Either way, I'm sure it'll be a fuel for growth. So yeah, I'm just excited. It's my birthday. I'm having my parents come into town for my birthday, so that'll be really fun to see them and to go out to yummy meals with them in perfect Taurus fashion. So that'll be really lovely. And then I'm also doing like a little brunch at home with friends on a Saturday, so the day after my birthday, which I think will be super wholesome. We'll do like bagels, cake, coffee, matcha, like it's gonna be a vibe. So I'm super excited, and on today's episode, I really wanted to talk about receiving and your ability to receive. And I'll dive into that more in a sec, but just as a reminder, if you are listening on Spotify or Apple, you can listen on YouTube now. So all the solo episodes for the next 2-ish months are going to be on camera, on video, and going forwards as well. And then after 2 months, all the guest episodes will also be on camera, so you'll be able to watch all of those on YouTube as well. I'm super happy that I've been getting all this video footage because I feel like it's just elevated the podcast experience for you guys. And also, I get to create a lot of really cool reels out of it. So that's been fun. And if you are more of an audio listener, just remember to hit subscribe on Spotify or the plus button on the top right of Apple so you can be in the loop of new episodes and just get a little notification the day that they go live. And yeah, let me know how you guys are liking these type of episodes. And as always, DM me, let me know what you think. And if you have any recommendations for guests or for podcast topics too. So with that said, let's jump into today's topic and I'll see you on the other side. Let's get growing. The reason why I wanted to talk about the ability to receive is because I think a lot of us have a really hard time tuning into that, right? Maybe you're someone who thrives on being of service to other people, right? And you like feeling useful and you like being almost in the giver position and you like, showing other people that you care for them by giving to them. Maybe that means you love giving or receiving acts of service or just feeling like you are good at giving advice or you're cooking for people. Whatever it is, like a lot of us identify as a giver or just feel very naturally inclined to have that as a trait within your relationships, but that disconnects you from something really powerful, which is your ability to receive. And the reason why I wanted to talk about the ability to receive specifically today is because sometimes when things in our life are feeling really good, it's extra important to tune into this, because if you're not allowing yourself to receive, you're not fully soaking up the good in your life. And the reason why this has come up for me is because I kind of feel like I have found my spark back recently. And for a long time, I felt really disconnected from myself, from happiness, from joy. And pretty much ever since I rebranded the podcast and it became Inner Growth, and I soon after left my part-time job to do content creation full-time, like there was so much change that kind of came up in my life. And then I went to Brazil, I came back in January, moved apartments, then went to Europe, got engaged, just have been finding my flow, have been posting on YouTube. Like I've been doing so many things that are new and are different and are super exciting. And until a few months ago, even though there was all this change going on, like I didn't really feel like I had my spark. But I don't know if it's the spring energy, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm in such a powerful place right now, and I feel really proud of myself because I feel like I've done a lot of work to get here. But there's also this other side of me that is almost struggling a little bit with fully receiving all this good. And I remember when I was coming back from Europe, so right after I got engaged, this girl on TikTok, her name is Sophie Burns. Maybe I will have her on the podcast someday. I don't know where she lives, but I know she always pops up on my feed. And she made a TikTok, I think it was for the spring equinox. And she was talking about this exact thing. She was saying, when life gets really good, you have to allow yourself to receive. and you have to allow yourself to open your heart, because if you don't, you're not creating this space for you to fully live in the moment and fully soak it up, right? And what she was saying in this TikTok, if I remember correctly, is that when things get good, the first thing you have to do is you have to tell yourself, I am worthy of this good. When life gets good, it's one of the best times for you to double down in your relationship with yourself and really look at yourself and say, I deserve this. And so ever since I watched that TikTok, my life has kind of shifted, and I have been really trying to make the conscious effort to every day affirm to myself, I am enough. I'm worthy. I deserve good things. I deserve a beautiful life. Affirming that is really important, not in the sense of like, oh, I am worthy, I'm amazing, I'm so full of myself. No. Instead, what you're doing is you're creating the energy within you to soak all of the good up, right? And so what I've been doing is I've been saying that affirmation first thing in the morning whenever I remember. Maybe I'm still in bed and I just opened my eyes, or when I'm brushing my teeth, or I've been also doing another practice, which is journaling in the morning. That's when I have been writing this out as well. And that has been a practice that has been really helping me. It's very simple. I meditate, I do my breath work, and then I make my matcha, have a little bit of a snack before my workout. And while I'm, eating my snack, drinking my matcha, I'm journaling out affirmations and gratitudes. So I just fill up one whole page of a blank notebook with half of the page in affirmations and half of the page in gratitudes. And this has been helping me start my day off on such a positive note. And also with a reminder to my subconscious mind that I deserve good things and that I'm attracting good things all the time. And so some of my favorite recent affirmations have been, I'm worthy, I deserve a beautiful life, I deserve good things, I deserve success, I'm worthy of love, I'm worthy of positive things coming my way, I am worthy of abundance, I attract abundance, that kind of thing. And honestly, it's been very transformative. I have not been doing it every day. I really want to, do it as consistently as I possibly can. But as you guys know, we're all about leaving the 0 to 100 mindset to the side and finding balance. And to me, a more balanced approach is not putting the pressure on myself to do this every day. Because if I'm putting pressure on myself to writing these affirmations every day, I am not having fun with it and I'm not being intuitive with it. And there's a level of commitment to the practice and there's a level of, showing up that is important, but I don't want to fall down to the path of judging myself if I didn't write my affirmations today. Because you can always add these affirmations into your life at any point in the day just by thinking them. Even if you're eating, if you're walking, if you're showering, if you are working, like you can just think them. But the practice of sitting down and writing them out has been really game changing for me. And I think that when good things are coming into your life, people deal with it in many different ways, right? I think there's a group of people that when something good happens, they're going to be in this almost fear-based place where it's like, I'm waiting for something bad to happen. Like, this is too good to be true. And this reason you're doing that is because subconsciously you're like, I don't deserve this, right? Because if you're coming from a place of, I deserve these good things, you're, not going to be thinking that, oh, it's about to get really bad. No, because you deserve it. So you're allowed to actually enjoy it, to receive it. So that's something that I think people go through a lot of people. And then there's also this other group of people that when something good is happening are instead being like, this has to be fake. There has to be something wrong here. And both of these situations, right, are not coming from a place of abundance. And I have kind of noticed within myself that I was falling a little bit to that first one. I was like, there's so many people out there that are like probably, not feeling this joy, not feeling this, goodness in their life right now. Who am I to deserve this? And I've had to catch myself. And that's why this affirmation has been really helping me, because the more that I've been affirming this to myself, the more that I've realized that no, I do deserve this. And I feel really proud of myself because I have done the work and I have looked within to work through patterns and to take risks and to be uncomfortable. And obviously, there was also another phase of my life where, as I said, I was really disconnected from my spark. Like in the beginning of this year, I was kind of seasonally depressed. I was very kind of down and unmotivated. I wasn't really excited about my content as much. And I think with leaving my part-time job and doing content creation full time, there was also an element of finding the joy back in it. Because when something becomes your job, sometimes it's really easy to fall into the mindset of like, oh, it's just a job. But I don't want to feel that way with content, with what I'm putting out into the world. And so I've had to do work to find that. And also, even within my relationship, now being engaged, like I love Pedro so much. And we have done so much work to be really open with each other, to be really communicative within our relationship, and to build a really strong foundation. And I am so, so grateful for our, little love story. So I've been really trying to, instead of falling to this fear-based mindset or this mindset of this is too good to be true, the ball's about to drop, something bad is about to happen, and instead look at the good things in my life and feel appreciation for them, which is why in the journaling practice that I've been doing, I like pairing it with the gratitude practice. So not only am I affirming the beliefs that I want to have and the things about my life that I appreciate and that I'm deserving of, affirming to myself, like I deserve good things, but then being thankful for all the good things, right? Like actually writing out all the things that I'm grateful for. And I think that combination of journaling is so simple, but it's so effective and it's so just powerful and transformative. So if you're currently in a spot where you're feeling like you're a little bit disconnected from the goodness in your life, or maybe you're in a spot in your life where you feel like there's more quote unquote bad things happening that are outweighing any good things, take a step back and focus on what is good, because what you focus on multiplies, right? It's not true that when something good is happening, the ball's about to drop and something bad's gonna happen. Actually, if something good is happening and you take the time to feel appreciative for that good and to focus on that good, the energy that you're putting towards that is magnetizing more good into your life. Like attracts like, right? So when you're focusing on the goodness, when you're focusing on everything that is going well, then you're just magnetizing more goodness because you're doing the work to stay in that high vibration, to stay in the vibration of appreciation, of gratitude, and of worthiness. So that's actually a really powerful mindset shift around this. The alternative here is that when you feel like you're not deserving and you're not appreciating it, and there's this fear that's underlying all of it, and if deep down you really don't feel worthy, what you're most likely going to do is self-sabotage. There's going to be a subconscious part of you that doesn't feel worthy, and therefore you're going to act in a way that maybe your ego or your past self or your destructive side of you is going to get activated because you don't believe you deserve it. So you're going to subconsciously cause that good to leave. That blows my mind, but it's so true. The alternative of not being in that appreciative, grateful mindset is being in a self-sabotage mindset, is being in a mindset of I don't deserve this and therefore I'm going to subconsciously cause it to go away. Because maybe there's not going to be something bad that happens outside of you that's going to get in the way of this goodness. Maybe you're going to get in the way of the goodness because you're not in the right mindset. And that is why being able to receive is so important. Instead of saying I don't deserve this or this is too good to be true or whatever it is that you're telling yourself, what if you look at yourself and look at your life and say, why not me? Right? Instead of saying like, why me? Like, why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this good? Instead of saying that, say, why not me? I deserve abundance. I deserve joy. I deserve love. I deserve success. I worked on myself. I healed those limiting beliefs to attract this. So I deserve it. I deserve to sink into it. I think that's really powerful. And when you're able to do this work, you're also able to receive in other areas of your life. You're able to receive within your romantic relationships, within opportunities that you're in. Maybe it can be even something super simple, right? Like receiving a compliment. Like someone comes up to you on the street and says, I love your outfit today. Or you're in a coffee shop and they give you something for free. I think especially with compliments, right? Something kind of simple as that sometimes can be really hard for people to accept and to receive. Someone says, you look really good today, or you're so beautiful, or you look so pretty today, or you are so pretty. Maybe you're going to say like, no, like, oh, you're too nice. Or even say, oh, like, so are you. Instead of saying, thank you. I appreciate that. You're so kind. Right? And receiving it. Because the more that you allow the good to come in, the more your energetic field grows and becomes more abundant and becomes more light filled and more beautiful. And there's a real beauty to receiving. I always say this, and I really think that in a way it's really powerful. Like, I always say that we need more selfish people. We need people who are able to look at themselves and know their worth and know what they deserve and set boundaries, but also receive and be able to give to yourself as well. not only receiving from others, but from you. Giving good things to yourself instead of self sabotaging, giving love to yourself, giving powerful and kind words, giving nourishment, giving yourself sleep, and allowing yourself to receive from you. How powerful is that, right? I'm like just channeling right now. Like, I don't have like an order in which I'm going with in this episode. And I think there's just so many powerful nuggets. Not only the side of nourishing your relationship with yourself, but also allowing yourself to be nourished in your relationship with others. And ultimately, all of this comes down to the energy. It comes down to the why not me mindset. Comes down to the opening of your heart. I'm sure there is some people listening that maybe don't feel like they're in a good place. And maybe you are, struggling right now and some deep stuff is going on and you're going through the depths of your healing. This work is equally important because even if you're struggling, if you do this work, if you do the work to open your heart, to receive, to strengthen your self love, to really look at all the things, no matter how small in your life, that are good and focus on them a little bit more. Try to be the local optimist. Try to be as optimistic as possible and really focus on all the good that could happen. That might be a really powerful tool that's going to help you get out of this negative place or this negative loop, or it's going to help you show up in your healing journey and navigate these tough things from a better place, from a more empowering place, from a place more full of love and more full of light. I think that's just magical. And I have this poster in my office and it says, "What's the best that could happen?" And I think that that's the core of it, right? Is the best that could happen is possible. And the more that you focus on that and you visualize it and you think about it and you say, what is the best that could happen? The more that you're opening yourself up for that best case scenario. And in the manifestation episode that I did where I was talking about my 5-step manifestation process, I mentioned this, right? I was saying, like, when you're getting really clear about whatever it is that you want to manifest, and in that process of getting really clear, you focus on the best case scenario. The next step is believing that the best case scenario is possible, that you can be living in that reality, which then comes back to the worth piece, right? It comes back to the self love. It comes back to the I deserve this, the why not me, the opening, the receiving. Because the best case scenario is possible. But do you believe that you deserve it? Do you believe that it's possible? Like, do you actually believe that? And are you open to it? Are you open to things being easier? Are you open to things flowing? Are you open to receiving love from your friends, from your family, from the people around you, from those at work, from strangers, from yourself? So that's it. That's what I wanted to share in today's episode. Short and sweet, but really potent. Just remember that being able to receive is just as important and sometimes even more important than being in the giver point of view, than being the one that's giving to others, than being the one that's always putting the outputs out there of goodness, right? Like, you deserve to receive it too. And there are many ways that you can practice receiving. So, just to summarize, some ways that you can start practicing receiving more in your life. One, try this journaling practice. Try to create this morning ritual. You can do it at night too. You can do it whenever in your day, but I just find that because I already have a morning routine, I prefer to habit stack it and just slot it into my morning routine because just easier for me to be consistent instead of telling myself, oh, I'll do it after lunch. Like, that's more unlikely that I'll actually do it. So try that out. Figure it out if you want to do it in the morning, before bed. I find that in the morning just sets your day up on a really good high note. So try that out. Second thing is start tuning in to this ability to receive from yourself. So realize that your habits, whether it's, what you're eating, how much you're sleeping, moving your body, even the way you talk to yourself, those are all ways that you can give to yourself and practice both giving and receiving. Practice receiving from yourself. And that, makes you realize that you don't need other people to be able to receive goodness. You can give that to yourself, and then you can be able to receive it from yourself too and realize, I am doing this because I love myself. I am doing this because I believe that I deserve it and I deserve good things and I deserve to be my highest self. And then the third thing is be really conscious of what is good in your life and focus on that, right? And the more that you focus on it, the more good you are attracting. And then last but not least, realize that if something good is happening in your life, that is not a precursor to something bad happening. Life doesn't happen like that. And the more that you receive it, the more good you are actually calling in, and the more you're proving to yourself that you deserve it. And if you are in that good moment, remember to soak it up. And as much as I'm talking about all of this, the truth is that life is an ebb and a flow, and there are going to be times when things are more good, more positive, more abundant, and there's going to be other times where you maybe feel like you lost your spark, or you're feeling a little bit more tired or down, or you're having to do more of that inner work. Both are part of life, right? Nothing is permanent. Life ebbs and flows, and things are always shifting and changing. And so, the more that you stay connected to that as well and practice non-attachment, so you're not trying to hold on for dear life, like, oh my god, these good things are gonna leave, I have to like hold on to them. No, know that it flows. And the more that you are in that non-attachment, the more that you're actually able to call in, because you're not trying to keep things stuck as they are. You can focus on the good and you can be thankful for it, but you can also let it be more free energetically, so that you're not getting in the way of even more good things coming in. So that is everything I wanted to talk about on this little solo. I feel like going into my 24th year, this is a really powerful topic, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I thought about recording 24 things I've learned in 24 years, but I did that last year for my 23rd birthday, and I also did it at the end of 2023. No, I did it at the end of 2022. So I had a bunch of lessons that were more updated that I shared on that episode. So I feel like that would just be a little bit repetitive if I did it this time. So I really want to go into this year and this new birthday with this energy of being in that place of having an open heart, of calling in good things by appreciating the existing good things in my life, and really strengthening the sense of worth, the sense of deserving, the sense of goodness, and being able to both give to myself and receive from myself, but also to receive from the universe and receive from what others, or the universe is giving to me from a place of abundance and gratitude. So, in that note, I'm so grateful for you guys. This podcast truly means the world to me, and I feel like it's been growing so beautifully. I've been working on a lot of fun things on the Inner Growth website, which I'm revamping. So that has been really fun, and I'm excited to share it with you all. So stay tuned for that. And I really want to do a lot more things for the Inner Growth brand as well. So I know that will all come to life in this new year as well. And just thank you guys for being a part of the family, for all of your beautiful messages. I love seeing you guys sharing the episodes on your stories and tagging me or DMing me, or even all the beautiful reviews on Apple. So thank you guys so much. You truly make my life a more beautiful experience, and you bring joy to me every day with my job. So thank you all, and thank you for listening. Remember to water yourself. Remember to do one good thing for your mental health, for your physical health, and to be your own best friend. And we will chat again next Monday for another guest episode. And until then, have an amazing rest of your week. And I love you so much. Mwah.